guys, welcome to my channel. I'm jusbtv. If you're new here, I'm Brittany. We talk about all things beauty, fashion, pretty much everything I love to do. I show you how to do it. If you're old here, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you here. Today is a new video. Well, it's kind of similar to my last one, except I got the illusion method going. So these are boho knotless braids, but the crochet version. So because of this style, I will never be doing the individual boho braids ever again, because why not? This style eats. So I got this hair from a company called Eayon Hair, and they gave me their mermaid version, and it is so soft and so lightweight, and it's really long, and I just love it. And I've been dying to do the individual crochet method, and I filmed it for you guys. So if you're interested in that, continue to watch. I'm going to link the hair down below, and also don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. So let's get straight into the video. Okay, so first we are starting off on a clean blow-dried hair. I just always feel like the straighter my hair is, the easier it is to work with. So using my Dyson actually gets my hair like super straight. So I suggest you get a blow dryer that makes your hair like as straight as it could possibly be, because the flatter the better and the easier it is to work with. So you're going to part your hair from ear to ear, and then you're going to part a middle part. And I like to wear my hair with the middle part, so I use my middle part. Then I go in with my Edge Control by Kiss Style Fixer. Now I do have to say, this edge control is like super strong, so use it sparingly. Otherwise, you're going to have some problems pulling the hair through, because it's going to make your hair really, really, really stiff. So the first part is I'm parting from the middle to the ear in the front for my edges, and you're going to create 4 to 5 boxes depending on the size of your crochet braid. So what I like to do is put my braid up to my hair and decide how large the box needs to be for it to match the braid. When it comes to the hair that I use, I needed to do 5 on the left side and 5 on the right side. But you know, when you're using crochet hair, the box braids are different sizes. So I say use the box braid that you have to gauge the size of the box that you need to create. So when it comes to braiding these sections, I find that I only had to braid it like 4 times before I let it go. So I didn't braid it all the way to the end. I just braided it a couple times down, and then I moved on to the next box. I also made sure to leave my baby hair out because I didn't want to braid that in my hair and have to pull it out later. And this is what it looks like with my first 5 initial braids. I went ahead and completed the right side of my head, and I have about 4 rows back. And I want to show you a little trick that I did to make it not so bulky when you get to that 4th braid. I like to braid my last one down a couple times, and then I actually take my crochet hook and I pull the front braid through the center of that and pull it to the back. That just stops it from being so bulky when you get to that last braid, because when it comes to these crochet braids, these first initial braids that you put in the front need to be neat and flat, because that gives you the best illusion method. So when it comes to these boxes in the front, take your time, don't rush it, because I just feel like the middle part doesn't matter because it's going to be all covered up. But when it comes to this part, the neater the better, because I really want this to look like I have individual boho braids in. I don't want it to look just janky, you know what I mean? So taking your time is so important. As you can see, I'm pulling that front braid through the center of the back braid, and I do that for the next ones at the top, just again to stop it from being so bulky when you get to the center of your head. I then go ahead and complete the rest of the box braids, and then I move on to the back. Now I know y'all see me frowning, and that's because my arms were actually getting kind of tired, and that's a first for me because my arms never really get tired, but I think it's because I did Soul Cycle earlier and we were doing weights, so that's why. So this is what the pattern looks like after you complete all the boxes, and I decided just to do a few rows in the back. Now I ended up doing 3, but I honestly would only have done 1. Maybe 1 or 2, because the 3rd one you couldn't really see, and you actually need more space in the middle of your head depending on how much hair you have. I have a lot of hair, so I actually needed more room to do my cornrows versus the boxes. But I also wasn't sure if I was going to have enough braids, and at the end I had more than enough braids. Now the boxes are only important if you're going to be a person that wears your hair up. I just wanted to show the versatility because I do wear my hair in a bun and I do wear it up. So I needed to have the invisible parts in the back for that reason. But if you're only going to wear your hair down, you do not need to do this part. You could skip it. Now, as you can see, this is me deciding to do the third row, which was very unnecessary. And I could have saved me some time. But this is the final result of the back rows and the perimeter and the front. So then I'm just going to go ahead and corn roll it straight down and add each braid to the next one. Now, when I get to the ends, because my hair is so thick, I just go in and crochet it in between the other braids. And I actually go in later on and use a needle and thread just to flatten that out. So I would suggest you sew it down as well. But if I had that third row, I would have more room. So the hair that I'm using is by Eayon Hair. And it came with 3 bundles, and each bundle had 2 packs in it. It had about 40 strands per bundle, which is basically 20 strands per pack. So in total, I had 120 crochet braids, and I used every last one of them. So let's get into the install. So all you're going to do is you're going to pull the crochet braid through the box, and you're going to keep the crochet hook inside the loop. And then you're going to use that to grab the end of the braid, and you're going to pull that through. Now be careful because it does have a lot of loose strands in there, and those could get tangled. So be gentle when you're pulling it through. Now it's up to you to decide which way you want the crochet braid to lay. I first decided to pull it from the bottom up and pull it down and through, but then I decided to flip that once I got on the other side. And I just like how it laid better when I did it from the top to the bottom versus the bottom through the top. This is what I mean when I say from the top to the bottom. I was trying to decide which way I wanted to do it, so I had to try either way to see which one I liked. I liked this way better. It just laid better to me, but again, it's up to you to decide when you try this method which way you want it to lay better. Now, when it comes to the braiding pattern, that took the longest. That took about 2 hours, and applying the crochet braids and putting those in actually only took about 1 hour, give or take a few minutes. So this process takes way shorter time than it does to do like individual, but the longest part is the foundation. So make sure you spend time on that. This part goes by pretty quickly once you just start installing the crochet braid. So I finish the front, then I move on to the back, and then I go all the way up. And I make sure that I don't run out of hair, because you do not want to run out, because you need the bulk of it for the center. So again, I end up using every piece of hair that I had. Now when it comes to the style, once you install all the crochet braids, then that's it. Then you can wet the hair, add some conditioner. I actually just left it fluffy because I liked how it looked and how it felt before I add any product in it, because sometimes that can ruin the hair. But I know that this hair is human hair, so I forgot to tell you that. This is human hair, so it's going to last for a long time. And the best part about this is you can reuse these over and over again. That's why I will never do individual crochet braids again when I could just do this. And with that being said, here are the finished results. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you later.